Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Pan Fried Pie. Today we're going to be talking about drop-down lists in Microsoft Excel. If you've never created a drop-down list in Excel before, then this is the video for you. If you're looking for more advanced help, please click the link in the video or in the information at the bottom of the video, and it'll take you to another video that I've done that teaches you about conditional settings and how to work with drop-down lists in a more advanced way. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a drop-down list for the country so that way anybody who is putting information into this table that I created will only be able to put in information that I have said is okay, information that's contained on the list. Now, when you're working with drop-down lists, one of the recommended things is to take all of the information that you want on your lists and to put it in a separate tab. So if you go down to the bottom here, you see this data tab that I created. I'm going to open that. And right here, you'll see a whole bunch of information for a whole bunch of different lists that I have yet to create. In this video, we're only going to be focusing on this country. That's what we want. In the other video, the one with the link in the bottom of in the information for the video, we're going to work with these other lists that I have created. Don't worry about the numbers on the side. That's for training purposes for that video as well. So once you know all of the information that you want on your list, you have that mapped and everything is good. You put that in a separate tab. And the reason why is because you can then hide that. You can password protect it so that nobody can mess with any of the data that you have and your list remains the same. It remains valid. So let's go back to the drop down tab and we are going to add a drop-down list to this country field. So in order to do that, you go to the data tab up top and migrate yourself to data validation. When you click that, Excel pops up a window, and when you click on the settings tab inside that window, you can say Excel allow a list. And then Excel's asking you in the source tab, where is this list found? Where is it located? So if your cursor is in the source field, you click on the data tab and you highlight your range that has the list in it, and then you hit OK. And as you can see, there's this little button here on the side, and when you click it, there's your drop-down list. It's easy as easy can be. You can take that and you can copy it down to all of the cells that you want to contain that same drop-down list, and it works very similar to any other Excel like copy function. So some of the other things that you can do if you go back to data validation is you can add an input message. So let's say if this cell is highlighted, I want to tell someone to select a value from the list. If I hit OK, you'll see a little window that pops up. So that way, anytime that someone has this field selected, they will get this little window that says select a value from the list. So if you have information that you need to convey to your users who are entering information, you can put that in a little window right there. It's very handy. The next thing is this error alert tab. This is actually a very powerful function. You can have Excel tell someone when they have entered a value that's not on the list. So let's say that we want to stop people from entering anything except what's on the list. I can add a stop warning. And I'm going to title this input error. And I'm just going to say, please select a value from the list. Now when I hit OK, I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy that down so it affects all of the cells. And I can go through here and select whichever country that I want to select for whatever the entry is. There we go. And let's pretend that somebody wanted to put in a different country. Let's say they wanted to put in Canada. I'm going to hit enter and enter Canada into this cell, and we're going to see what happens. We get an input error because we just told Excel to tell us that that's not okay. So I'm going to have to hit retry. It'll let me delete that, and I can continue entering values from the list as I see fit. So that's the basics. That's basically everything that you guys need to know to do drop-down lists in Excel. It does make it really easy and really simple. One of the last things that I wanted to talk about was all of the information for your list. You should have listed in a separate tab. And in our case, it's this data tab. I've got everything listed here. You can hide this so that no one can see it, and you can password protect it. So what we're going to do is we're going to password protect this data sheet so that only we can come in and make changes, and we can manage our database or our table that way. So if you go up to the top where it says review and you click this protect sheet button, it's saying if you want to protect this, then you need to enter a password. There's a bunch of other things that you can do here. Is you can enable certain functionality for all of the users, but that's not really important for right now. There's a bunch of really cool stuff, but we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to hit OK, and then it's going to say enter the password again. And now this sheet is protected. So if I wanted to come here and say change this to anything, as soon as I try to type in it, Excel says no, you can't do it. You can't do it. This is password protected. So if you ever want to remove the password or remove the protection, you can just come back to the review tab. You can click unprotect sheet. You'll enter that password again, and now you can type whatever you want. Canada, and it works just fine. I'm going to undo that. Oh, Netherlands. Excellent. Okay. And then the last thing that you can do, and you probably should do if you have a data tab or something that should be hidden so that nobody can see it or mess with it, is you can hide the data tab. So in order to do that, you just come down to the tabs at the bottom, you right click it, and you click hide, and then it disappears. If you do ever want to see if there are hidden worksheets, or if you wanted to get that back, you just come down to any one of the tabs, you right click, you select unhide, Excel pops up a window and it says unhide which sheet, because if you hide multiple ones there will be a list. You select it, you hit OK, and it unhides it, and everything is right with the world. So that's the basics for drop-down lists. If you guys are interested in learning more, feel free to check out my other video. There's a link in the information at the bottom of this one. I hope you learned something, and keep doing what you do. If you would like a copy of this spreadsheet, just send me an email at panfriedpie@gmail.com. If you've got questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time, YouTube.